The Bitcoin price action is compressing right now and is literally about to be breaking out any moment right now here. So on today's update video, I will be discussing this, the Bitcoin CME gap, the most important charts and patterns that are telling us something about what is about to be happening next year, where Bitcoin is exactly going to be topping out, and where are we going to be finding that next major resistance once we are in that price discovery, and many more important charts and patterns that are telling us something about what is exactly happening in this market right now here. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. And that is that, of course, clearly the Bitcoin price right now is creating higher lows on the lower side and lower highs on the top side. And yet we can basically see that the Bitcoin price action is just compressing in this symmetrical triangle after we've seen that major rally towards the upside. So yes, this is very interesting what currently is happening on the market right now here. We're seeing a clear compression getting created, and whenever we do break above either the downward sloping resist line or above the upward sloping support line, that is the point where we are going to be seeing that next move is going to get confirmed for Bitcoin. So yeah, that is really the thing I'm looking out for. At the same time, we are creating a new CME gap, of course, over the course of this weekend, sitting and hovering around 99.8 thousand US dollars. That is, of course, one of the highest CME gaps we've ever created on the Bitcoin price action. And yeah, this is, of course, always going to be the same like every single weekend. Just like last weekend, you're usually like not trading around that CME close price, and then at the end of the weekend you just trade exactly around it, and then the weekend is over and we see new price action coming in on the market. And something similar is likely to be expecting for Bitcoin this weekend around as well. We can do, of course, big moves, whatever, but usually at the beginning of the Monday or the end of the Sunday, we tend to come back towards that CME close price. If I'm taking that approach of that previous symmetrical triangle on Bitcoin, we are seeing that we're right now exactly bouncing from off that previous support, which was, of course, resistance before. And yeah, if we are ever going to come back towards this level, I am expecting still this is going to be a level where we're going to be finding some big support for the price action on Bitcoin. And yeah, you can basically see the same on this trend line as well here. We're creating a major uptrend right now on the bigger perspective as well. So while indeed we could be potentially come down again here, there is still a big level of support trading around that 95,000 US dollar level, where I do think it is likely to see Bitcoin bounce from. And if we do break below this exact level right here, that would of course give the confirmation that we are looking for a trend reversal on the bigger perspective. But of course, that is not a thing we are necessarily expecting right now. But if we do see a break of this important trend line, we could start to think something like that is happening. So at the same time, we're seeing that basically funding rates are still quite positive here. And if funding rates are quite positive, it means that the majority of the traders are currently trading long here. And to straight away clarify, this tends to be happening quite a lot in bull markets. And in bull markets, you tend to see like Bitcoin goes only up here, and then after a certain period, we see a 30% correction. We are going to reconsolidate, and then we're creating that next leg higher. And so far, we've not seen that 30% correction yet here, but I can guarantee you in this bull market, we are most certainly going to get 30% corrections. If it is right now going to be happening, I'm not quite sure yet here, to be very honest. But whenever it does happen, it's going to be a major opportunity for us to be, of course, loading our bags again here and to potentially open up new long trades on Bitcoin right then. So yeah, I'm really looking forward towards the next dip we're going to get in the market, because most certainly I will be the one that is going to be definitely trading that. And if I'm just looking at the weekly time frame for Bitcoin right now, we're creating this major wiggy or dodgy candle, whatever you want to be calling it. And this is what we have always done here in previous bull markets. Always when we ever try to be breaking above that psychological level, either it's like $1,000, either it's 10,000 US dollars, or either it is 100,000 US dollars, you can just see for a fact that every single time once we're trying to be breaking above it, we are seeing this major struggle to do so. And whenever we do break above it is a little bit later, but we see then that continuation happening. Well, all we're seeing right now here is just major amounts of sell orders which are getting cleared in the market. And you can see that 2024 is quite similarly to 2017, where we of course did try to be breaking above the 10,000 US dollar mark. And whenever we broke above it on that third week of trying, we actually saw a major continuation happening afterwards as well here. So yeah, really, if I'm looking at this Bitcoin cycle, I do believe that we are quite early still here, and that the banana zone is still literally about to be happening. We're only at the starting point of that banana zone here. So yesterday as well, BlackRock bought another $250 million worth of Bitcoin, and in general the US spot ETF bought $376 million. While at the same time on the Ethereum ETF, we're also starting to see quite a great trend coming in here, where Ethereum inflows are actually becoming quite significant. And yesterday again, we saw $84 million worth of Ethereum flowing in towards that ETF. And yeah, we can see basically on the altcoin season index that not only the altcoin season index is indicating altcoin season is starting, and I want to be pointing out, just like 2021, while we indeed went in towards that altcoin season, it lasted and it stayed there for about 88 days here. And something similar is likely to be expecting this time around here as well. And yeah, the consensus really is that Bitcoin dominance is going to be dropping further down, and that altcoin season is really going to get sentimented right now in the next 100 days here. So I'm very excited for this, what currently is happening. And in this period in 2021, that was also really the period where we saw that major correction on the Bitcoin dominance, right? So this is where the most amount of gains on altcoins were realized. And if you right now exactly what we're currently sitting in, can front run that major drop here in altcoin dominance, you can make a lot of money. And that is of course exactly what I am personally trying to do here. And if I'm just looking at the market in general, it just all points towards the fact that altcoin season is really about to start anytime soon here. And if I'm just looking at Bitcoin, just like 2017, we went extremely parabolic. Right now, we also look like we're currently in a parabolica. We're seeing that golden cross happening right now here on the daily time frame on the Bitcoin chart here with the 550-day and 200 daily moving average. Yeah, we can see here on the chart, on the Bitcoin chart, we're having that halving, and after the halving, we always tend to see that exponential rally higher, and that is exactly what I'm looking for next year. And to be talking about price targets in a bull market, it is very hard because Bitcoin is exactly in price discovery, so it's hard to find levels where, of course, Bitcoin is exactly going to be bouncing from. But yeah, well, what you're going to be looking at is the Fibonacci extension. If you want to be looking for levels where you think Bitcoin is going to be finding some support or resistance, you can see right now the top towards the low. I set it up here, and the first level of major resistance is $102,586. That is also exactly the level where we got rejected from first time around here. If I'm looking at Bitcoin right now here, the big support below us is definitely going to be $84,000. So if we do see a correction lower, 84K is definitely going to be a level where I will be definitely interested on accumulating and potentially open up a new leverage long position on Bitcoin. And yeah, whenever we break above that 102K level, the next major resistance here is going to be $120,000 for Bitcoin. So those are the levels I'm going to be looking for. I think 120K is also a very big take profit level where I personally also will be taking many profits on my trades here. But anyways, guys, if you want to be trading Bitcoin or altcoins or any of it, guys, the best way to do it is on an exchange where you do not need to do KYC, and that is Blofin. And if you right now use the highest link description of today's video to sign up an account to Blofin, you will get an extra $10,000 deposit bonus. So if you're interested in trading on Blofin, don't forget to check it out in the link description of today's video. It is extremely valuable. You've got great altcoin listings, great volume, great liquidity, and of course you can trade without any KYC. So check it out in the link description of today's video. Further on, we are starting to see that on the bigger perspective, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they look quite similarly, right? We're seeing that Ethereum is actually starting to be breaking above the downward sloping trend line, and really the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin pair is also starting to be reversing ever so slightly. And if we're just looking at Ethereum compared to Bitcoin, we're starting to see that we're breaking out of that symmetrical triangle. We're starting to be breaking the 4-year downtrend. Honestly, I do really think that Ethereum is going to be outperforming Bitcoin in the upcoming period in the market. And you can see also in 2019 to 2021, it really was Bitcoin season. And the altcoin season started after that here as well. And if I'm right now looking at the price action of the total market cap, excluding Bitcoin, we can see that really in the last few weeks here, we really have seen altcoins going quite parabolic. And that ultimately is going to be leading towards more inflows into altcoins, of course. And that ultimately is going to be sending them much, much higher. So I'm very excited for it. And if we're just looking at the growth potential, if we're just having a realistic target, is likely going to be 5 to 6x here for the entire altcoin market cap right now here. And we're also exactly at the beginning in terms of timing for the altcoin season market. So I'm very excited about it. Looking forward towards how it's going to be playing out here. But anyways, guys, if you did learn something from this video, don't forget to slap on the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.